Okay, round 2, battery died on the last camera. Since I have no idea what happened, I'll just go over it again. Some of the exterior stuff, there's some little, I don't know if this is paint or tar. Anyway, some nicks in the body line, here, along the door. Let's see what else. There's another one. Door doesn't line up. It closes fine, but it doesn't line up. Some scratches, surface. Let's see. There's this crack here. I suspect there's a lot of Bondo under here. It looks good though. In the drip rail, they've kind of done a horrible job of painting it. So, especially back here. Doesn't seem to be a big deal, but I'm picky. Okay. Let's see, around the front. The nose is actually good, looks really straight. Pieces are all there. I accidentally busted the spoiler off when I was parking it up on this little dirt bank. Just so you know, let's see. This is all kind of Bondo under here. It's not real heavy, it doesn't look like, but also looks like it's fairly well done. Some pretty good scarring in the paint on the roof, that thing, the trunk, but I think it'll buff out. I just haven't had a chance. Okay, I lost the C in an automatic car wash. Don't ever do that. Live from my mistakes. Some other light surface scratches along here. I think they'll buff out. If they don't, you really can't see them unless you're picky. One good door. Lost the paint down here at the bottom of the door. And more surface scratches, not a big deal. Deck lid is actually really good. Pretty good out there. So is the roof. What you can feel up here is a lot of imperfections in the painting. I think a real amateur painted it. Same thing with the drip rail up here. Bad painting job. Okay. And here, this is another one that looks kind of Bondo-y to me, like it might have had some work done there. It's also cracking. But, you know, hey, what can I say? Rear end's pretty clean. A little bit of cracking of the paint in there, not a big deal. Well, I don't know. It might be to you. This thing's hanging on, but you gotta have to find a better way to attach it. I think it'll be fine for your trip. When we put the pipes on, we couldn't get them to fit, so we actually had to bend this up in here. Also found that there was a little bit of Bondo down here, but not bad. And unless you're laying under the car, you can't see that we did that. Okay. Still on? Good. Still recording? Good, we're still recording. Okay, engine. This car has a little bit of positive pressure issues. You can see that it blew some oil out here. And it might be, I mean, to me it's because I may have a little bit too much oil in it. Yeah, I don't know. I have to check it out. I don't have a filter on it, and I don't have attached to anything that's sucking it down. You could attach it right here if you wanted. I don't think that does anything. Here's some hose you could do that with. It's up to you. I don't think it's necessary. The rear lights, all I have attached right now are the brake running, turn. Oh, turn signals don't work for whatever stupid reason. Maybe it's because these things need to be in. But I didn't have any light bulbs for the single sockets. So yeah, there's that for thought. I do have the sockets to convert to a dual brake, dual rear, dual run. The other one's in the box somewhere. Probably don't need this empty bottle. Okay, let me tell you about the rainbow colored wires. They're extra long for wherever you end up putting stuff. This orange one right here is dedicated to the oil temp sender that's in the oil pan. And so there's two colors of everything. There's one that's going to have a little piece of black tape on it, and there's one that doesn't. Gonna be the same thing inside the cap. Fortunately, I had the forethought to do that. This big fat red one here is an extra auxiliary 12 volt. It's connected right to the 12 volt lug over here to the battery. Let's see. All right, go underneath. Oh, it's got these, the secondaries are disconnected right now. That might be part of my backfiring problem. I have no idea. You've got the super fancy Heim joint setup. They're pretty cool, kind of a bear to adjust, but once you're there, you're there. It's missing the vacuum choke pull-off on this side on the primary, so I just taped it off. I didn't have time to really deal with it. It broke, so you'll need a new one. Over on this side, I just disconnected it, so they're always both open choke right now. Choke rods are there, just not connected. Alright. There's the, come on, there we go. Brand new oil pan I put on. That's the auto pan, the super thick one. There's your oil temp sender right there. And it does pretty good, actually. Just pretty happy with it. Tell you the truth. Okay. Yeah. Alright, I guess we'll go inside. Show you some of the maladies inside. Got both keys, both the octagon and the pear-shaped key. Okay. So inside fairly clean. Some of the paint's flaking off inside on the hinges and stuff. Chrome's pretty good. Or a grasshopper. Driver's seat split. Not a huge deal. I was gonna get some Gorilla tape and tape it though. I don't know what you want to do. Seat belts are here. Everything else is up here. The tack somehow I disconnected and I don't remember where the wire is. Everything else works. The speedo reads about 30 some odd miles an hour less than what you're really going. Black ball shifter used to be in my blue car. There's the quick shift. You'll notice that this bolt is missing. Why? Because the steel below it is missing. Yeah, I didn't know that. Thanks, Michael. Okay, so here's some of the cool things I've done under here. Here's your same, wait. Okay, there's 2 gauges of wire. This gauge is the type you'll see in the back. This gauge is from this block, this fuse block right here. And there's a whole bunch of wire up in there. This is the relay for the fuel pump. So there's 2 separate relays. There's one here for this block, and then there's another relay for the fuel pump. That yellow wire, the skinny yellow wire, is the trigger for the fuel pump. It goes right up in there. Pink one is the trigger for this block. So, and there's that red auxiliary wire that I showed you in the back. Let's see. This here I wired up as a ground line, brown for ground or whatever. There's your orange line back from the sender. Gray one here is just power, I think. It's hot. Yeah, there's another one so you can hook up 2 on that line, on that circuit. There it is. They're nice gauges. The cigarette lighter is gone and doesn't work as far as I'm aware. Let's see, what else? There's the tear in the roof. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere, and the material's pretty good, so that's something you could probably live with. Everything in the back is actually in pretty good shape. All this material's in great shape, you know. Windows go up and down fine. Everything in here is pretty well attached. Windshield wipers work. I don't remember if that's a new mirror. No, it's an old mirror. Sun visors are there. Not split open. You see them split open a lot. They hold up. They don't fall down in your face, which is awesome. I don't know what else. Oh, something that you're gonna hate me for. The heater and all this stuff doesn't exist anymore. Why? Because I took it out. Why? Because those things sucked anyway. And it made your car smell like freaking fumes. Engines smell fumes of death. So, yeah, it's gone. It's not there anymore. Oh, here's one thing that I hate. I don't know how strong this is, but it is rusty and bulged, and you know, that sucks. But it is what it is. So there's some stuff in the trunk, I don't remember, and I'm going to throw some more stuff in there in a minute. Oh, that opens nice. Okay. You probably don't want this hose. These are essentially brand new. They're the Gabriel 3-position shocks that Clark sells. All of them are in here, front and rear. I put them on the blue car, ran it a little bit, took them off when I stripped it. There's some of the air handling pieces, one of the tunnel pan covers. Here's the original air thing and a filter. There's a piece of junk Napa kit to attempt to rebuild the carburetors. I've never had success with them. 140 logs, in case you get bored with the headers and think you need to go back to the old ways. There's some of this paint coming off in here. Probably just was hand sprayed on or something. It sucks. Let's see. What else? Everything else is actually really pretty good up here. Spare tire. Feels like it's pumped up. I've never checked it. Windshield washer squirter does not work. Never checked into it. Could be something to do with that disconnected hose. Just a thought. Closes perfect. Okay. Let's see. Anything else fun about this? Okay, I'm going to put you over here for a second. Hopefully it'll stay standing. Pretty good. .99% sure that that's a carburation issue. Why? Because this time when I saw it backfire, it changed the pressure. And this one's vacuum gauge is actually hooked up right here and it works. 99% sure it's this carb. May want to mess with it, may not. It seems to run fine, particularly when the secondaries were blocked off. It ran stronger. Don't ask, don't tell, don't know. I don't know, man. You get a lot of good stuff out of this, so. Let's see. Box of crap. Corvair manuals. How to keep your Corvair alive. How to hot rod Corvair engines. 65 Corvair chassis book. Monster Tack Phantom 1 from Autometer. You can get the instructions online. I don't know where they are. Shift light. There's 3 of the gauges. Oil pressure, cylinder head temp, 2 of them. The senders are somewhere at my house, if I remember right. There's the original shifter. See how that side's busted off? Isn't that nice? with the white ball. There's another relay. This is to control the fan, I believe, for the oil cooler, which I have at my house in North Carolina. I'll send it to you. Oh, there's some of the... Okay. This is the oil pressure sender with its adapters. Well, there's one for oil temp adapter right there. I've labeled it. You may want to bring some Ziploc bags, round up some of these here parts. Let's see. Electrical stuff, that's just a terminal. Oh, here we go. There's the cylinder temp senders. I don't know if they're sufficient for this car. Don't ask Nick on the forum, because he'll tell you need that $5,000 piece of crap. Spare bolts. Garbage for the carburetors. Here's the baffles for the pipes in the event that you feel that it is entirely too loud. Spare wire. Here's the instructions from Jegs for the fuel pump relay. I showed you that a minute ago. Let's see what else. I've got other stuff at the house in Carolina, so I'll just send it to you eventually. That in there. Fuel filter. The fuel filter on this car is up by the pump. There's all types of stuff. I think this is all originally from the blue car, but I don't know, so you get it. Documentation. Why? Because I keep everything. Why? Because I'm weird. There we go. Okay. Let's see. It's missing the tunnel pan cover. I forgot to put it on here. It got shipped out of North Carolina. I doubt that's something I'm going to ship to you. Why? Because it's probably a pain. Everything's pretty well tucked up in there. You may want to bring some zip ties and lift it up and tuck some things up in there if you feel like you need to. There's the fuel pump. Let's see. There we go. There's the fuel pump and filter. Get everything pretty nice and neat and tidy on that one. Should run you fine, hopefully. I've never had one fail. Okay, I think that's all there is to say about this car. It's really all there is I know about it. Engine's a Phantom as far as I know. I don't know anything about this engine. That's it, Scott. That's all I know to say. It's yours. Have fun with it. Oh. One other thing I totally forgot. There's a bucket full of oil, brand new Napa filter, oil drop pan, and a bucket full of Lucas Oil zinc additive. In case you feel like you want to change the oil here before you leave or there when you get there. It's synthetic 10W30. Just bought it yesterday. And so there you go. Part of it. All goes together.